Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome, thank you so much for joining me today. This is the Smash That Small Paper Pad collab with Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. Thank you so much, Deb, for including me. We are doing our share today for the month of October. It is, you take a small pad and you smash it. Maybe all in the first month, maybe over the course of many months, whatever. Last month, if you recall, I showed you sort of a fall mess. I have a brand new Honeybee Harvest Festival pad. We'll talk about that. Simple Stories, Hello Fall. And then I also had this paper that's in front of you, which was like a family tree, all about family paper that was very traditional fall colors. So there were a lot of cut aparts and sentiments that were family-ish, and I just covered those up. And what I've done is made some cards for a group of people that I wanted to be sure they were super flat so I could mail. And I used a bunch of die cuts, and then on the insides I have either included a scrap or a die cut and a stamp that says, I appreciate all that you do. And for simplicity, when I made my card bases before I folded these, I stamped this in here, in theory. Some of these were already folded, so I had to just open it up and put it in the stamp positioner. But if you're gonna make a batch of cards and you want the same sentiment, think about that before you fold your card bases. So it says, I appreciate all you do. And then the front either says Happy Fall or Hello Autumn. This one I had a cut apart from a different paper pad. And I've used sequins, which I put on with my Barely Art glue that I'm testing out. I have a video on that. I have die cuts, different layers of leaves and sequins. And some, like this one I drew around it with a black pen. Happy Fall, I was trying to make it pop. Didn't love it. I like those little die cut leaves though. And I was having a little bit of trouble just getting the right layout. You know, sometimes it all comes together just right and other times not so much. But I think these cards would be appreciated no matter what. I really like this one. This one I made with scraps, and then I was trying to tone it down enough so that the sentiment would show. So it's a piece of the paper, and then I glued strips on top of it and went over it with a circle. And the circle was just cardstock from my stash. So I really like how these turned out, and I used almost all of what was left of that paper. It was a partial pad. I think I will use these and put them with journal supplies. These would be cute journaling cards in journals. And then I just had this. And I didn't really like this paper. I think I used some of the sentiments from the back, but it was just not fall enough. Does that make sense? I mean, it was just too light. I didn't love it. So I did make 16 cards this month. These are the first 12 with this paper. Then I'll pick them up and I'll show you the others. I think you've had time to look. I don't know if this one's really busy, isn't it? You saw that one. I like this with the light blue. It's a little bit non-traditional, but I like it. This one I had cork that already, it was happy and it had been sitting on the counter. I'd been moving it around, so I used it for one of these. Some of these are different papers because I had them made to make journals with and hadn't used them. So I was trying to use up some of my die cut scraps and make these cards. And the reason I put die cut shapes on the inside of so many of them is because I got carried away die cutting leaves. I had a lot of them. So this next one, the Simple Stories, there wasn't much left of it, so I only made 4 cards, and then I do have some scraps. So I can probably make a couple scrap cards, or maybe I'll just shove it in my stuff for fall for next year. But I have some, not brads, but they look like brads, and some bits of scraps right here, and a sticker sheet. And then there's a couple of big things like this that would be great for journals. Not so great for cards, but great for journals. So this one says Happy Days, and then I layered up scraps and one of those little brad things, and the leaves I just cut out. They were in the cut aparts and I just trimmed them out. And I haven't put scraps in these yet, So, well, that one I did. The plaid was just so cute. I didn't want to miss it. So I will. Here's a die cut set of flowers. Not a die cut. I fussy cut that and I put it with a leaf die. So very blessed. I really like this because of the blue, right? You can't probably tell on camera, but I have stickers layered on here too. And then a piece of that blue-gray inside. Everyone must take time to sit and watch the leaves turn. Elizabeth Lawrence. And I just think that one turned out cute. This one had shapes right here that I thought were directional, and then I covered them up anyway, so it didn't have to be a vertical card, but it was. So 16 cards this month. Not too bad, but here's the funny part. My point was to use up the scrap pads before I got into this honeybee stamps pad. The only thing I did was I used one piece of paper right here, I think to mat this. I just needed a mat and I was out of neutral papers that I liked. I haven't decided if I'm going to work on this in November for Smash That Small Paper Pad or if I'm going to use a Christmas pad. I have a ton of paper in my Christmas stash. I might do a video where I show you what I've got in there, but it's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. I'm starting to get Christmas out to do the Bourbon Creek Crafts Christmas collab for November, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep a little bit of fall going. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens in the next week or so because I really love this paper. The other thing is I have these fall cards, so I have 16 here, and then I already have a few in my stash, so I might not want to make a bunch more fall cards right now. I'm not sure. You know, depends on if I'm going to mail them out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you are taking time for crafting and relaxing, and I hope that your weather is good to you wherever you are. Mine's getting a little chilly. It is definitely hot chocolate weather here. Be sure to check out the other collaborators in this collab. The links are down below the video, and you can see what they made with their small paper pad or more than one pad this month. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.